Hey everybody, that's me, Heather Phillips, after jumping into a performance of Don Giovanni at Landestheater Coburg. So 48 hours earlier, I hopped on the earliest train I could get out of Dijon. Then it was time to study the video of staging that they sent me on video and mark the most important moments in my score. Time to hop trains from the French line to the German line. Back on the train, and it's time to study some more staging. Then it's time to give my brain a break and enjoy some of the scenery and the journey along the way. After a few more train transfers and a few delays, I finally made it to Coburg. Time to explore the train station a little bit, but then head straight to my hotel because it's going to be a long day tomorrow. So after a good night's rest, it's time to get up a little early and explore the Alte Stadt, the older part of the city where the older opera house is that's currently under renovation. Then after a nice walk, it's time to head into my first meeting, which is my costume fitting. So my agency sent my measurements to the costume department here, and they were able to tailor all of the costumes to my body, and they really did a fantastic job. I really felt like everything fit like a glove. Then I got fitted for the super fun Pulp Fiction-esque wig. Then it was time to meet the assistant stage director, and she talked me through the entire production. Then it was time to meet the rest of the cast and hit the ground running with staging rehearsals. As you can see, this first scene with Don Giovanni is pretty physical, a lot of fight choreography, so we went through the scene a couple times. I had to give a huge shout out to my fellow castmates here. They really helped me learn the kind of dance routine / choreography that happens at the end of Act 1 in the big party scene. I mean, there's all kinds of dancing and twirling, and they really walked me through it in a short amount of time. So after a long day and an early matinee tomorrow, it's time to head back to the hotel for some self-care and yoga for a good night's rest for tomorrow's show. All right, so it's the morning of the show, so I head to the theater a little early to check out the stage. I've never actually been on the stage before, so I just kind of want to get a feel for it and maybe do a little sound check. Feels good. Then it's right into mask and sight, which is hair and makeup time. And while I'm getting that done, I am watching the staging video that's on my laptop to study all the Reggie that I just learned in the last 48 hours. Big shout out to the hair and makeup department at Landestheater Coburg. They are amazing. Then it's time to hop into costume and take a few pictures. Hi. Then head downstairs for my Verständigungsprobe or music rehearsal with the maestro. Now, for me, the Bühnenbegehung, which literally means stage inspection, or just like me walking the set, was really the most important part of these Einspringen for me, because as you can see, these steps are very narrow and they're tricky to navigate in high heels, which shout out to the stage manager who told me to wear the high heels on the steps. He says, you're going to want to walk those steps in those high heels. So I put those on and sang a little bit of my aria and really got to know the set before we started the show. Gotta love an opera voice and warp speed. Anyway, it's time for the performance to start and hit the stage. So after about 3 hours, the show is done, and I have to say, Einspringens are actually a lot of fun. You're really in the moment. You don't really have time to think. You trust your instincts, and phew, it's over in a flash. I have to say a huge thank you to all my colleagues here at Landestheater Coburg. You guys were the best to work with. You really helped me every step of the way, and it was really a great time. So last but not least, it's time to enjoy life a bit and explore this beautiful, charming, historic town, as well as raise a glass and enjoy a refreshing drink after a wonderful performance at a wonderful theater. And then it's back on a train, back home for me. Thanks so much for following along this Einspringen journey. Vielen Dank. Hope it served as a little behind-the-scenes look to prepare you if you ever have to do an Einspringen or a jump-in another country. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at operagermany.com on our website or at operagermany on Instagram and Facebook. Bis später.